Howdy, hi, welcome back to my channel. We are almost 3 weeks into our stay-at-home order here, and I am finally getting around to the second MAC palette I picked up from the Nordstrom's 25% off sale. I got 3 of these plus a Tom Ford palette for 25% off, so I'm going to show you those, each one a different night, and then I'm going to go to the Macy's sale, which I got 25% off, and show you what I got with that. I'm just going to work my way through the stuff I have sale purchased while we're in lockdown. My understanding is I know a lot of stores, a lot of companies are worried about losing money or potentially going bankrupt, but I might end up going bankrupt the way they're going. The one I have here is MAC's semi-sweettimesnine. It's a smaller palette, as you can see, but that's okay. I was aiming for a smaller palette. That way I'm much more likely to use it all up. I don't necessarily want a 4 billion option palette. I tend to get overwhelmed with too many options, which is why you're going to notice a lot of my palettes don't have a crap ton all in one. It's easier to whittle down what I want that way. These are the colors. It's a little bit more of a neutrals palette. I'm actually kind of curious about this one. It's like a mustard yellow. So we're going to see what we can do with this today. Kind of tempted. I've got this first row is really light and really neutral. Let's see what we can do with the third one. It'll give me a chance to use the mustard. It will give me a chance to use the red, and I'm curious about how opaque the black is. I guess we're going to find out. My eyes are already prepped. We have the Smashbox on there. If I'm looking off camera through part of this, that's because I have a second mirror set up because it's not always easy to see it through the camera. Sorry. But this is what we're going to use. MAC. I think I paid a whopping $20 for this, maybe? Not even. Okay, we're starting off with the middle color, the red. That pretty rust color right there. I'm using it kind of as a transition shade. I'm actually kind of surprised how vivid that is. Like the last palette was not super vivid, but I did go with the darkest line option on this. So we're about to find out. These are not my normal color wheel. I don't tend to skew into the reds often. I am a super pale person, if you can't tell by this. Like it's April, Great Lakes region, and I'm already sunburned like 3 times, and I have been using sunscreen. I am just not what you would call a sun person. Like I live in sunbum sunscreen. This year I have been trying the Cover FX SPF 30 drops. I think I need to actually combine the two to see where it will get me. Anybody who's surfing right now looking for deals, I just got an email from Macy's saying they're doing a 30% off sale for a lot of their beauty right now. And this is the Thursday before Easter, so if you're just watching this, there's plenty of time. Sephora should be starting their VIB sale here at the end of this month. Right now, Pat McGrath has got a sale going on, 20% off anything $150 and 25% off anything over $150. So if you're a Pat McGrath fan, head to her site. Like I said, Macy's emailed me, and I'm going to bet Nordstrom's is going to run something here very soon. So anybody who is looking for a deal, now is the time. Okay, we're going to go into the mustardy color. In case you're curious, I have a switching pan here so that I can switch between the shades easily without blending them too much, because I don't necessarily want the red in my yellows. See, I'm not a big yellow person. My skin tone does not let me usually play on that, but we shall see how this goes. I have to get another brush out and start blending the lines here soon. Because I'm not usually one for stark lines. Like, that's just super duper not me. Okay. Let's see. We need a little something. I think I'm a little off on my reds right here. There we go. Start on the socket line. Sometimes it's easier to work like that. And just as a way to mix it up, we're going to use this one right here, up and above. See how that comes out. Actually, I'm not disliking this. I mean, like, this is a little bit more bright than what I'm used to, but it is pretty good. Now, at the end of this video, I will be swatching the whole thing on my arm so you guys can get an idea of all the colors being offered. The last time I did MAC 1, I kind of forgot, and I had problems with the editing app, so I ended up posting swatches on Instagram, which, if anybody follows my Instagram page, I don't tend to post that kind of thing. So probably through some of the folks that usually follow me, usually people I know, a little bit for a curve. Now, since I said we're going to do this line, let's go into the black and see how we do. Whoa. That comes off quite, like, ooh, I don't think I expected it to be quite that pigmented and dark right out the gate. I mean, if I was trying to build this up, I would have not a lot of room. Which, I guess if you like it super dark, super pigmented, that's the way to go, but wow. Get the other side. Yeah, it don't take much for the black. Whoa. Okay, now we're going to take an all over brush and just see what we can get blending on this whole thing. One of these days I'm going to scare everybody and actually put on my eyebrows. Okay, let's try it without the extra light to see how it looks. Ooh. That is, like, it does not look super wild on the side mirror, but this side is definitely making it look much more bold than my usual makeup. Ooh. Huh. Okay. Okay. Let's try adding. Oop, I think I touched some onto the eyeshadow. That would be something if I was going to work, I would spend some time removing. But I'm not going to work. I'm not leaving the house. I can honestly say I have not gone very many places. I'm going roughly once a week for groceries, and that is literally all the out of the house time I'm getting. Let's be clear, I'm considered an essential employee, but I'm on bonding time with my company. So I'm actually out of work right now. Spend time with my son because he is still an infant. I lucked out with being able to take that. Walmart's actually really good that way. Okay. Ooh, that is. I don't know what's going on there. Let's buff some of that out and see if we can blend that a little better because that looks really jagged. Not terrible. Don't mind me. I have allergies. I do not have COVID. Okay, let's start a swatch. And then when this is done with, I will stand up into my usual spot like I usually do, so you guys can all see. This is hard to see upside down, but yet again, tattooed arm. Makes it a little difficult to see. Okay, we got our first three. That's the first top row. In case you're curious what I use to take this off with, it's called Shea Moisture. They have makeup wipes that work wonderfully. Okay, we've got the first three. Let's do the next three. Now, I bought these three palettes because I was actually looking to replace my everyday palette that I was wearing, which is the Bobbi Brown, the Mattes edition I had found about 6-7 months ago. I was super excited to have found it because I had never tried Bobbi Brown before. And it's good eyeshadow. I'm not gonna lie. I like the colors. My problem became when I started hard panning. Like the eyeshadows themselves got hard. I had to use a tool to break it up just to apply it. It wouldn't, putting my brush in there wasn't getting me anywhere. Which kind of threw me. I've never had an eyeshadow do that. And then the very first one that does is Bobbi Brown. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. But I discovered I am much more of a matte person. Okay, we're up to 6. Let's hit the last 3. Ooh. I like how MAC does this. The top row is the lightest, the least, I guess you would call aggressive. And it works its way down to get darker and smokier. It seems to be doing that with all of the palettes. Ooh. I'm actually liking these 3 together right here, and I did not expect to like these 3 in a row. Okay, that is the swatch set for all 9 out of the MAC 9's palette in Semi-Sweet Time. It's a 9. I'm going to turn off the overhead light too. See if that makes it easier for you to differentiate. Look at that. Not bad. Like, I was not expecting this to be as pigmented as it was. So I'm actually kind of impressed. Like, I've done more than a couple makeup brands, and I am actually surprised, pardon the hand, how pigmented this came out. Let's stand up, go to where we usually stand. This would be more fall for me. Like, I would definitely be using this in a fall, like between the red and the mustard yellow and then the smoking in the corner. Like, I feel like this would be September, October, maybe in just November. Like, I couldn't see wearing this color set otherwise, but I don't dislike it. Like I said, it's a lot more pigmented than I thought. And then standing up in this different lighting, this is the swatches. Not bad. Like the very first two are kind of hard to see, but they are a very light one. So if you're going for more low key, the top row is definitely the low key for the MAC. Okay, tune in again next time as I will do either the last of the MAC 9s that I got, or I will do the Tom Ford Sulales. Yeah, my French pronunciation is crap. And sorry about the shake at the end, trying to put it back in the rig. Good night, everybody. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. If you want to see anything in a certain way, I have no problem doing that. I'm thinking of doing a live feed here in the future, if it'll let me. I do have a Pat McGrath or two I'm hoping to show here in the near future. I got on that spring sale. I got the little ones, not the big ones. I can't afford the big ones. It's okay. Anyway, stay safe. Wash your hands. Social distancing. And see you guys next time.